Syrio Forel isn't a Faceless Man, but that's pretty close. If you remember from Book 1 and Season 1, Syrio Forel is the dancing master who instructs Arya how to fight with Neil, and he's a former First Sword to the Sea Lord of Braavos, which is like the Braavosi version of the Kingsguard. But there's a little nugget of lore about Syrio Forel that he hides inside one of the stories he tells Arya, when he tells her about how he got chosen, or why he was chosen to be the First Sword of Braavos. And essentially the way the story goes is he was brought in, him and the other contenders for the position, and were shown a cat. Now this cat was just like an ordinary tomcat. It had like a bit off ear. I think it was orange, and it was a little big but not anything special. But him and the other contenders were told that it was either exotic, or it was magical, or it was like the biggest cat ever. They were told it was some type of unique cat and it was extra special. And the other contenders, agreed with the assessments, agreed with what they were being told instead of looking with their eyes and seeing. And that's what Syrio tells Arya, that she has to look with her eyes and see. And Syrio correctly identifies that it's just a normal cat. It's a stray tomcat that you would find anywhere in Bravo. And we're kind of led to believe that the reason that Syrio passes this test while others fail is because he's more immune to the power of suggestion and is more skeptical than the other contenders. But my theory is that there's a little more going on here, and I think it has to do with the House of Black and White and the Faceless Men. Because I think what's actually happening is the cat's being glamoured. And we get some clues about what glamouring's like in the world of Ice and Fire from the Faceless Men, the kindly man talking to Arya, and from Melisandre, because she does glamouring as well. And it's essentially just light weaving. The light and the colors and patterns are woven to make things look different. But to a keen eye, they can see through them, which is what happens with Syrio. So it seems like one of the reasons that Syrio's picked is because he can see through the glamours on his own, naturally, where the other contenders couldn't. So what they were seeing is they were seeing cats that were different. But Syrio didn't see it because he saw through the glamours that were being done to him. Which is super useful in a city like Braavos, when you're the Sea Lord and there's a cult in the city, a religious cult of assassins. Being able to see their disguises, or having your bodyguards able to see their disguises, makes a lot of sense and is very useful. Alright, so Syrio, he's not a Faceless Man. He's actually just about the exact opposite. He's been hired, or he was hired, to be in opposition to the Faceless Men and to protect the Sea Lord from them. And remember as well what Syrio tells Arya. He says, "What do we say to the god of death?" And the answer is not today. Well, the many-faced god is the god of death. It's the many faces of death which are all the same. So it also seems like when Syrio says that, is he's actually saying, what do we say to the House of Black and White, or to the Faceless Men? And the answer is not today.